Hey, did you guys miss me earlier? I actually did the stream and something happened where it didn't show up on YouTube. It actually showed up on Facebook instead. But I don't know if you guys can see me now here. What's happening? Yeah, so I already drank the beer. I'm already drinking the beer. So this is the beer that I was actually drinking from over in Belgium. This is triple IPA. Yeah, I did it on the OBS and I did it through the regular cam, and I had one of my friends commenting on Facebook, but for some reason the YouTube didn't come up. So you could actually see the replay over on the Facebook page as well if you want to see it there too. But kind of sucks. I was going to go through it with you guys, but I got a little bit left in the glass here. And nice Monday evening to you all. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. I see Erie's in the house. Erie was number one with the whoop whoop. Coach was in the house waiting. Jason said hello, Erie. How are you doing, head coach? How's it going? Kudos out there to Jason from Coach as well. Doing good. How are you? We got Vanessa, of course, saying hello. Tapping fingers on tabletop. Yeah. See, I was actually on time, but it just wasn't shown on YouTube for whatever reason. Bourbon said, Bourbon Bounties, are we going to fire this fire truck up? So yeah, a llama or two is due in about 3 weeks. You need to get those llamas down to Erie. A little bourbon, a little Vanessa, Jason Coach Bourbon, and the amazing Vanessa. To Erie, hope y'all had a great Monday. Bourbon said it was my son's birthday today. He turned 10 in the middle of the quarantine. He has been informed that his birthday is 4/20. Well, happy birthday to your son there, Bourbon. But yeah, that's a date he's going to get to know. Fire Pit Monday, so doing good. Yeah, your Fire Pit photo on Instagram looks good, Vanessa, as well today. It's the final countdown. And then Vanessa, happy birthday to your son. And Bourbon said, thanks, we'll tell him. And Erie said, happy birthday as well. And Erie said, the one time I'm not on Facebook, LOL, right? We see here, oh, you cheated us from a live stream. Well, I went back in, I saw people were like lining up in the YouTube channel, and I'm like, well, no one saw me when I did it. It was supposed to be on all 3 channels. I think because I scheduled ahead, it did something quirky. And I think I deleted something I wasn't supposed to delete. So I think that's what happened there. The funny thing, when you set them up using this OBS, it sets up a shell for another video when you're going to live stream. And I think I deleted the one I thought wouldn't matter. So that's what caused the issue, I believe. We see here. Let me see here. Erie says we can boycott. Crack open another and review it. That could be a possibility as well. Rye, you would chug a beer for making us wait. No, sir. We were on time. You guys all were. You guys were here on time. Rye, you're the best. I want to add you on Instagram. Yeah, definitely add me on Instagram. I thought we were on Instagram. I guess not, but yeah, it's just Rod J. BeerVentures there as well. Dee Dee's in the house. Says, what's Rod? Cheers to all. What is going on, Dee Dee? And it was actually a quicker one that I did there as well, so it wasn't too bad. So I'll tell you about the beer that I'm actually drinking right now. This is out of Belgium. This is actually one that I picked up in a 4-pack from the brewery, and it actually included the glass as well. So if you didn't see it, here's the glass that came with it too, which is pretty cool looking. And I got a couple more from the series that I'm going to do probably tomorrow and Wednesday. There was a 4th, but I drank that one as well. 11.2 ounce bottle. If you missed it earlier, it's a triple IPA. Now, this was actually more an experiment because I didn't realize at the time I had it in the cellar, and this one was Best Buy 11.19. So, wanted to see how it actually turned out instead of doing a full review on it, kind of, because I like to review things where it's within the brewer's recommendations to actually do a review. I said, well, let's see how it actually turns out from sitting there for 5 more months, and it still has good flavor to it. It's got a piney, floral, fruity type flavor to it from the triple hops. It's got the bitterness of an IPA still, a little bit more malt balance, and that's one of the things you can do with some of the IPAs, depending If you wanted to be more multi-alc, because maybe you're not a huge bitterness fan, but you like the taste of that beer, if you go a little bit longer there, that can be the case. Keep in mind, when they initially made IPAs, they weren't to be drank instantly anyway. They were drank months down the line because of how it was traveling over the seas to get to where it was getting to. So a lot of times they weren't as fresh as we like to drink them nowadays. But it's a nice little series out of Belgium. I get a little bit of a clove in the taste as well, kind of like that Belgian type thing that they have in a lot of their beers. A little bit of a grassiness there as well, a little bit of a pineness, but overall pretty decent. I don't know if anybody's had the Chouffe series, but the Houblon Chouffe is the triple IPA at 9% ABV, so a nice one. Erie says, you cut us all out of the loop. It wasn't me, it was technology not working. We got all kinds of issues happening. Oh, he likes Facebook more than us, lol. Never. Goes laughed at Erie on that one. I have Facebook, but I don't know if I added Raj Show yet. Yeah, it's under Rajay BeerVentures. Is the Facebook page there as well, Vanessa. So that can definitely be added there. We all missed it earlier. Good thing was it was a shorter one. It was probably like a 10 to 15 minute one there. So if anybody wants to watch the replay, it is there as well. Blake's in the house. Says, cheers, Rajay, and everyone. Happy 420. Cheers, Blake. Great to have you back, my friend. So Blake was actually going through a week of somewhat, I would say, the darkness is kind of like, the whole power and stuff like that. So it's great to have him back up, and then Jeremy and all and Fifi and everybody down there in that area. Today was made for you, Blake, LMAO. Yeah, Blake should have been having one festive day today. Today should have been Le Champion Day for sure. Oh, man. But what is everybody else drinking tonight, if you are drinking anything at all at this point? Today definitely felt like a Monday to me for sure. I don't know. It was more busy than I expected, but it was kind of like, even though I was working from home for the most part previously, it just feels like to a point now, it's like, I don't know, it's weird. I feel like I'm eating more than I usually would do. Even when I was working from home, I didn't eat as much as I do now, so. Damn, maybe the rain wasn't why none of our guys worked today, LMAO. Yeah, so you did okay with the storms there, Erie? Anything too bad from that? I know you were worried about the storms hitting your area. I didn't see anything like it was too bad there. Some good old Dr. Pepper. Blaze, I've been festive all day today. I'm having some coffee. What you sipping on, Rob? That's what I'm drinking right now. Is I'm sipping on the Houblon Chouffe. It's a Belgian triple IPA, 9% ABV. Got the little guy on there. But I was thinking Houblon was for Houblon, but I keep thinking gnomes when I see the guys on these bottles like this. Fisher's Island lemonade earlier. They missed us. Luckily, was supposed to hit 8 a.m. Well, that's good then that they missed you for sure, yeah. We're supposed to get possibly some rain tonight. I don't think it's supposed to be really heavy storms, but we are supposed to get some rain. And as far as this beer, since you guys missed the first part of it, I'll go ahead and give you a rundown on it from the, I had the site here, I think. Let me take a look. So for this beer, the way they have it written up, highly sought after by connoisseurs, Houblon Chouffe is a strong beer, 9% alcohol by volume, with a bitter and fruity taste. To recreate the bitterness of IPAs, we add 3 types of hops to our brews: Tomahawk, Saz, and Amarillo. Houblon Chouffe is the first Belgian IPA. Taste this magnificent beer. You can appreciate a subtle grapefruit note. This beer is extremely popular. And then give you a kind of a breakdown, which is kind of neat on their page. Tells you it's about like mid spice level, 7 out of 10 for fruitiness, Around roundness, it's about 4 out of 10. Acidity, 5 out of 10. Strength, 9 out of 10. And then bitterness is 10 out of 10. So you do get hit with some of the bitterness initially, but it goes to that finish very smooth. And overall, it's actually a pretty decent brew. So I would definitely say if you like Belgian ales, definitely check those out. What is going on, Jason? Yeah, so it is. It was good. It was decent. I'll have to get another one when it's a little more fresher because, like I said, I had this one cellared and in the basement for a little bit of time before I actually got around to it. So not realizing it. That's why I need a catalog with the dates. I'm not on the Coors Light tonight. I actually have a Firestone Walker Brewing Mind Haze IPA. Very nice bourbon. I need to get more Firewalker. The only Firewalker I've actually had was the 805 because we weren't getting it for that much around here, and one of our stores, Jungle Gyms, just started picking it up more recently. So I need to get some more of their stuff. What's going on, Swami? What is happening? And Aries said hurricanes and rain. We are used to tornadoes aren't our thing. Yeah. Far behind, not far behind at all, my friend. Aries says not far tonight. Blake says cheers to bourbon and malted. Coach says, and then he didn't say anything. Jason said cheers to Blake. Bourbon says cheers to Blake. Bourbon said, man, this is buffering tonight. I can't drink for a few weeks because of my acid reflux. Yeah, you were mentioning that before you were taking a break from drinking because of that actually happening. So hopefully it's a quick few weeks for you, my friend. And then Malta said hello to Blake as well. And I give a shout out to Nick W., who is one of my recent subscribers to the channel. Also, All the Beer, No Idea, who just joined a little while ago. And then Beerman Bry. So those are the last 3 people that subbed to the channel. So appreciate all you guys there as well. My internet's fine. That's got to be a Canadian thing taking place. I thought it was mine lagging. I thought mine was fine at least. They're talking about having some businesses open by Friday. They're talking about opening back up the gyms, the hair shops or whatever, and nail places. And I'm like, there's no social distancing in those places for the most part. Oh, wow, yours is buffering too? I don't know why it's buffering so much. Like I said, on my phone, it's not buffering at all. OBS also made Facebook more important. Maybe so. I mean, on my phone, everything is going real time. And it never stopped to buffer. Everything was going real time. So when you guys said you guys were getting spinning, I pulled it up on my phone and it was still going. So I don't know. One of those weird type things, I guess. What is up, Richie Z in the house? Cheers, my friend. How are you doing this Monday night? Hopefully you're enjoying something nice as well as you kick back. But yeah. I said I was only going to have one tonight, but this does make me want to have another one at some point. I feel like another beer would be nice. With a day I'm high and gas is low. Dude, I ended up buying gas on Saturday. And thanks to my Kroger card, 69 cents a gallon. Yeah, 0.69 a gallon. I almost just wanted to drive around just to run it back down because it was so cheap. 3 patients, only emergencies. Wow. Well, you're limiting yourself though too. So, I guess most of your people are going to be mostly emergencies. Close to going back to work 8 a.m. tomorrow, just like Blake. Hey, buddies. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I got cut off the other one. Just like today and like every day. I jumped from your comment, Erie, down to Richie's on my screen. I was like, wait a second, that didn't make sense. It has been good for a little bit now. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why it was coming up under certain things. What was taking place there, but not buffered on my end, Blake said. And Redbreast Irish whiskey, very nice. I should have a little bit of whiskey. I do have whiskey here. I actually drank the rest of my Jamaican rum this past weekend over on Blake's stream. Thanks, Blake. Drank all my rum on your show, and it was good though. Now it's going smooth and has for a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was showing me not losing anything. Everything looked to be fine on my end, so just weird. You have a magic phone. As soon as you pulled up on your phone, it stopped buffering. Well, I did it before when you guys were saying it wasn't buffering, so I don't know. Should have been pull out another one. We got time, right? Listen to Erie. You're encouraging me to drink more, Erie. That's not a good thing. Although I could pull up another one. Let me ponder on that. Yeah, 69 cents. 69 cents a gallon. It was 169. I had like $1 in Kroger points, so I basically filled up our Grand Cherokee for, I don't know, it was like $17. So $17 filling up a Grand Cherokee is pretty good. But if it was messed up on your end, though, chances are it would be your phone. True, Erie, true. Oh, there's a net. Yeah, you can only see emergency. Yeah, I was gonna say because around here, a lot of the medical professionals, mainly like emergencies and stuff like that. I mean, they're doing stuff over the phone as teledoc type stuff, but for people to actually go to the office, it's usually got to be pretty something big there. They're trying to diagnose through like the whole. I guess they're using Zoom as well for a lot of their appointments. But yeah, they sent me a thing say, "Oh, you're due for your like allergy type appointment." I go to the allergy doctor like every few months or twice a year or whatever, and I'm like, we'll have to wait on that. I don't think that's an emergency right now. And the dentist, I gotta think dentists are like struggling to get people in. 158 here still. Well, see, it's 158, and we were 169. But if you have like a Kroger or whatever the store you have there, and they have like the Plus card or whatever, you get points for the shopping you're doing. So it gave me $1 off at the gas pump, which was awesome. Yeah, 182 there, and that was for 169 was for Supreme, so the mid grade. So regular was even less, so it would have been like 149 or something, I believe. Which would have been 49 cents a gallon if I was driving a car using regular, which is still crazy. Give me a ton of time to start drawing again. Remember, I commandeered the art study room. Yeah, that's nice. During this time, people can be developing all kinds of talents or refining skills and getting involved in a lot of other stuff than just binge watching Tiger King. I couldn't have an episode where I didn't slide the Tiger King in there somewhere, right? How do I pronounce the feature beer? Well, I know the Chouffe is Chouffe, and I think it's Houblon Chouffe, I believe. I haven't had French in a lot of years. Back in 8th and 9th grade, I took French, and that was a long time ago. But it's Houblon Chouffe. Friends let friends get their beer on, right? That's what they're supposed to do. Next shirt idea is always good, too. Yeah, this is the... I don't know if you saw this one. This was the last shirt I did there, Erie, in the store. Was to get your beer on shirt. And then I just added a bunch of other stuff to the store now. I added like a coffee mug. I know you like your coffee, Erie, but I put a coffee mug in there. I actually I added a bandana. So Blake always rocks a bandana. So I'm going to put a bandana in the store. So I put a bandana in there as well. I put in like a water bottle. I put in a frosted bug. Redid the hoodie. Redid some other stuff in there too. Put in a beer opener. I got a few different things I put into the store probably since the last time you'd actually seen it there. And I got some other things I'm working on for some different things too. So, Blake said, I like that Erie. LOL. Yeah. I drive an all electric car. I haven't bought gas in years. Yeah, we got, there's people right here that drive. I guess, are the Prius, are they all electric or like half electric, half gas? I guess you can use either, but I know some people that drive those around here. There's like some of the ones, I think they're like Honda or maybe Toyota as well. You see them on the road and stuff. Some of them have some little bit of get up. I like a big, I don't know, I guess gas guzzler to get the engine up a little higher. I miss having my charger. Yeah, me and you too, Blake. I haven't watched Tiger King either. Haven't watched Tiger King, haven't watched Game of Thrones, and still have not had a fried bologna sandwich. The three things I have not done more recently, right? I'm sure eventually I'll get around to having the fried bologna sandwich at some point. I haven't really, like, a lot of people are getting into binging some different shows. I haven't really binged into any show really. I've kind of been laid back and doing other stuff for the most part. Um, my wife just finished watching Ozark and told me I need to watch that, how good it was. Everybody I've talked to that's watched that show has actually talked about how good it was there. She started watching Ozark after seeing Jason Bateman in The Outsider. I got a bunch of movies like DVR'd I haven't watched yet either. I'm just always like doing other stuff besides actually watching TV as much. I mean, I need a new coffee mug, a coffee cup or three. Well, I put them on there. I've got like the one coffee cup is a 12 ounce. Then I got one that's a 17 ounce, like a latte type coffee mug as well. And a few other stuff I got put in there. I don't know if I was putting some other things on there, but I don't think I got them all on there yet. Some of the manufacturers for some of the items I was going to put on there have actually cut production right now because of the coronavirus. So I had like a BeerVentures license plate, and then I had some other stuff I was putting on, but I'm going to wait until they're back in business before I add those to the store, obviously, because you can't order them right now. I had to get my passports redone, so I actually created like a passport book cover for when we go overseas and stuff too. So I'm trying to get more creative on stuff. Come on, gotta watch that train wreck. Makes the memes that much funnier. You haven't even got Alan to watch it, Erie. He hasn't even watched it all the way through, has he? Or I think, did he watch a part of it with you? Gotta do the fried bologna. Fried bologna sandwich. Good night. Right now. Munchies, yeah. I mean, if I'm going to watch a show and I'm going to have a fried bologna sandwich, it seems like Tiger King would be the situation where I would do that. Oh, when this damn quarantine is over, I am going to travel to Rajay and make him a fried bologna sandwich. I feel like if I do the fried bologna sandwich, I need to make a video so you guys actually see that I made the fried bologna sandwich and gave it a try. It could happen now. Since you've been talking about Westworld, I started season 2. Oh, what do you think of Westworld, Erie? I'm actually in, well, now it's season 3, I think, it's that I'm watching right now. It's an interesting storyline. Season 2 does pull some stuff together, though. After quarantine is over, big YouTube meetup somewhere. Who is that? Oh, for sure. Yeah. I would love to do an awesome meetup. In fact, I was even talking like with Alan before. Like, I'm supposed to be up in New Jersey in August, and I'm supposed to meet like Alex when I'm up there as well. But he was trying to get Alan. And Alan said, if you freed up, maybe South Carolina's not that far away from New Jersey. I mean, it's meet somewhere. And then my wife has a trip possibly later in the year to DC, depending on how things pan out. She wants me to go there, so who knows? We could definitely try to do something. Travel for bourbon all the damn time when not quarantined. Yeah. Well, you've been to Kentucky then, from sure then, right? Because we have the bourbon trail and everything here, of course, down there. But only if we can get some of Rod's 69-cent gas. You know what? With oil going negative today for the first time ever, to the lowest point it's at, gas might be cheap for a little bit of time for sure. So everybody might be getting Rod J deals on gas. Yep, gonna have to plan it all. Yeah. And Alan refuses to watch it. He watched a bit in clips. So yeah, he's like me. He's kind of reluctant. He's like, you can feel you're gonna lose some brain cells watching that show. Yeah, but a meetup would be pretty cool. Had a blast. First time met up with Eric and Todd and Joe, and then we met again recently with Todd and Shannon and Eric. We all got together, and then next, after the quarantine stuff clears up, we're supposed to go down, we think, to Indiana to meet up with Todd and Shannon, me and my wife. But we may go to Michigan, where Eric is too, because something is recreational in Michigan. I won't say what it is, but it is recreational up there. So they get a lot of people coming over from Ohio to pick up some stuff, you know what I mean? I seen a bunch of backwoods hicks with the fried lotus sandwich. Yeah. I guess I could do a Watch the Swamp People too. That's one of my favorite shows to watch, the Swamp People. That would fit for a fried bologna sandwich as well, probably. Right now, I've actually on my TV got American Pickers. That's another show I watch for whatever reason. I find it intriguing on some of the things they find. And I used to go to estate sales and buy stuff and resell them, so I'm sure that's a part of it. But come across some really neat stuff that people had all these years. My season 1 when it came out, I loved it, but we got rid of HBO. Season 2, good so far. Yeah, there's some twists that happened during season 2, and then season 3 starts to really get into it. So I enjoy it. I think it's a good series. They got a new series coming on HBO. It's like an updated Perry Mason or something. It looks kind of weird though. It's kind of like almost like it's a young Perry Mason. It looks like where someone's got a touch of like one of those Bourne type. I don't say not Bourne movie, but it's kind of like more of an action type Perry Mason, I should say. As soon as the quarantine is over, they're going to jack prices and called economic recovery. Well, towards the end of the year, I mean, we're set to have a good market recovery when they get the quarantine stuff underway and get the quicker they get to the vaccine, the quicker the market will recover. But I read a report today, 2/3 of restaurant workers are out of jobs right now. They're pretty much unemployed. It'll be a matter of what businesses can hold out and recover. We already know the first wave of loans, they actually ran out of funds. My thought process is they'll print more money up for the second round, but there's some issues that are taking place for some of the companies out there that some places are hurt. We've actually had a couple of the breweries I've heard about. Some spots that have maybe closed, they may not reopen. There's some that are trying to hang in there and do stuff, so it'll be an interesting time. And then the whole look at the whole new normal will change, kind of. I mean, you kind of maybe go to a restaurant and your server has like a mask on and gloves and all kind of stuff, which I don't know. I guess we would just get accustomed to that after a point, but it's going to be definitely different, I believe. May as well buy a bunch of gas containers. Yeah, just like, well, that's the thing. So once you turn the pump off, right, you lose that deal. But yeah, if I would have had a bunch of gas containers, it would have been a great day to stock up on that at 69 cents. So we watched that a lot too. What's Dr. Pole? I don't think I've seen Dr. Pole before. Is that a show like on just cable, or is that on one of the subscription channels? As much as we rent movies, we may need to keep the HBO. It comes out cheaper. Yeah. Well, with the HBO, you also have the different programming, and you got the HBO to go or whatever, you can also put on your phone, all that kind of stuff with a subscription. And they've got a huge catalog of stuff that you can always watch. Right now, I think it's through, unless it ended already, but Epix was free and so was Showtime to like, I think through the 29th or something maybe. For people that were like, didn't have it, they were doing like a whole free thing with it. They give me my stimulus, I will help the economy. Yeah, they're supposed to be going out there, but I know some people did get their checks and stuff. I was told by a few people that they got theirs, and we haven't gotten ours yet, but we thought it could be reduced, but maybe not as much as we thought. So we'll see. Honestly, I get mine. I'll probably just put it in the bank or whatever. I don't know. But they were expecting more stuff to go out this week. For people that filed early, they're the first ones that seem to get in that first wave of the stimulus going out. Some of the other people that just filed will start seeing it here, I think, this next couple weeks. Also, they, like for me, I usually do it myself because I just do it through the H&R Block program. But if you use H&R Block or you used one of the other tax software programs, there was an issue they were having there as well. So that's also caused some delays. I don't get a stimulus, not complaining, but I am doing my part to stimulate the bitch all the time. She's a freaky mistress, finicky mistress. Oh, if they gave me a check, I'm going to buy more vodka. When they give you a check, you can invest in something, Blake. You can invest in Mike Tyson's little farm. You know what I mean? Maybe you get some kickbacks from that. Funny thing is, it's kind of like a drop in the pan for what people could actually use or need for a lot of people that are hurting that way. But I don't know. If it helps, that's a great thing for sure. I'm the same. I don't watch much TV, but a friend recommended Mr. Robot. Never heard of it. I hadn't seen Mr. Robot. My wife loved that show though, and I always heard good things about it. If you saw like the Queen movie they came out with last year, I think it was last year or the year before last. But the lead singer that played Freddie Mercury, he was the one that played Mr. Robot, and everybody says how good of a series it actually was. Yeah, probably right. I don't really watch it. Just heard of Dr. Pol. Yeah, I've never heard of Dr. Pol. I've never heard of Dr. Pol. Alan liked Mr. Robot. Yeah, it's got from what I heard, like a really good theme and stuff, and good writing. They told me put my account in. I did. They kept saying it was going to go in my account. Now it's being mailed. Oh wow. Yeah, it was supposed to go to your door. If you gave them the route and the account number, it should go right to your checking account. But now they are mailing the checks out. I'm sure that's the way everybody can see Donald Trump's name on it. Okay, I'll look for it. Yeah, I think if you've got Netflix, it might be on Netflix. You can probably watch it on the computer on AMC, because I think AMC puts their stuff online now as well. Yeah, TurboTax is what I was thinking of. If you use TurboTax, you were actually delayed as well. Cause, like I said, because I use H&R Block, and they were saying that those programs, there was something the government didn't have the information that you had from those or something like that. I don't know. More red tape, put it that way. Blake, invest in my farm. There you go. $1,200 can be a nice purchase toward the llama, right, Erie? Xfinity on demand. Nice. Yeah, Altered Carbon is another show I've been told to watch. That's supposed to be really good. That I might get into that at some point. A lot of people seem to really like that one as well. But I've got a few movies I haven't watched yet either I want to check out too. But I don't know. More people find more time, it seems, than I ever do to sit around and do a lot of this stuff. Me and my kiddo watch every episode of Dr. Paul. He is. I don't know what Dr. You haven't told me anything about what this Dr. Paul even is. I just have to look on my phone here and see. The Incredible Dr. Paul. So Nat Geo. Veterinary Services. So basically, he's just a veterinarian, and he goes through everything that he's actually doing as part of his practice. It looks like. Hmm. Yeah, I've never heard of him before. Although this past January, he did get ruled against by a court. Said apparently he just lost a court case from the Veterinary Board of Michigan. They ruled against him, upholding the state's decision to place a 77-year-old star on professional probation for negligence, according to court records. So apparently he had a situation back in 2013 when a TV viewer criticized how he performed an ovario hysterectomy on a dog. They investigated it and filed a complaint for failing to intubate the dog during surgery, failing to use electronic monitoring device on the procedure, failing to request assistance, and locating the dog's uterus during surgery, and failing to wear a surgical cap, mask, and gown. Wow. So he got put on probation because he didn't do everything the way he was supposed to. So it must have been a viewer, must have been a vet that was actually watching it. Let me see here. They just didn't want to give any money because of Alan's political views. Would it be funny? We're holding up your check because of your husband. But he's had these socks and pot. I did. He's the amazing Dr. Pole on that Geo. He's a vet. He does all animals. Yeah, well, he's on probation now. He's on probation. He didn't do all the right stuff in that procedure, apparently. And Blake said he's not investing in a llama. He won the case? No. Did he win? They just said in. Let me see. Did they have an update to that story? This was January of this year, where he lost the case. He was ruled against by the Michigan court. So did they have something happen since then? They said he was continuing to challenge the board, so maybe this story wasn't updated then. Yeah, so he might be still challenging it. It looks like. But I don't see anything updated that says January of 20. But I would think Vanessa would probably be into that too, since she's into animals as well. I'm getting a paper stimulus check, so I guess it'll be a month or longer. Well, paper checks are, I think, supposed to start going out this week, I believe they were saying. Um, because everybody was saying it's supposed to be like a couple months out or something, but they kind of put a rush on it. So supposedly the paper check should be going out here shortly. But you know how it is. It's hard to trust anything from government nowadays. They started to send out this week, Gary said as well. Oh, so that's why you watch Erie. Yeah. I mean, I like animals. I'm not a huge animal lover, but If I was, that'd be like a pretty cool show that I might check out. The only animal shows I really watched were like Swamp People. Um, I used to watch that show on Animal Planet. I think it was Whale Wars, where it was like the boat to get the team. They would go against the Japanese fleet to try to stop them from getting whales. I don't watch a lot of animal shows. Yep, love me some 70-year-old Dutchman strip digging in a cow's box. Oh, see, now you're back to the whole box comment. See, it's starting to stick now. Oh, that is funny. Dr. Poe's shirtless is an old flappy man. I can imagine that from seeing his picture on the internet. I bet he probably would be for sure. Yeah, it does seem like he would be that way. Yeah, that is funny.